everyone, welcome back to Studio 33 Art by Kay. Today I'm going to try and recreate something I did the other day and then I wiped it, or scraped it or scrapped it, whichever way you'd like to look at it. And I'm just going to do a slightly different take on it. I did a beautiful ocean with a sunset, and I decided I didn't like the colours particularly. I just want to do a different take on that today. I'm going to do the same for the water. So I'm going to be doing a drizzle and a swipe. I'm going to swipe in the white Amsterdam Titanium White, made up into a cell activator. And the top part's going to be a sunset, which I'm going to use purples and pinks and a little bit of red over the top of a pale pink base. So I'm doing a split base with the pale pink for the sunset and the cool blue for the base at the bottom for the ocean. And I'm only going to swipe, I think, the bottom, and I'm going to leave the top just as a dirty pour. So I'm not sure how that's going to go, but we'll give it a go, and I can always swipe over the dirty pour if I decide that's what it's going to need. So I've got a 20 centimetre by 20 centimetre ceramic tile here, which is perfect for this type of thing. And so I think that's all I needed to say. Oh, I've cleaned the tile off already with the isopropyl alcohol, ready to go. Okay. Now, some people have been asking me about my turntable. It's just a glass Lazy Susan, and on that I've placed a baking mat, which is made out of silicone, and it's got the red circles on it, which people use for when they're doing pastry and cutting it to the size. And then I just put over that some of the baking paper, which I can still see through to see my red lines, and that helps me to center the tile or whatever it is I'm doing, because if you're spinning out and you don't have it in the center, then it's going to skew your spin out. So it's really important. Sometimes you don't want it to be in the center, so you might want it to be that this corner is in the center so that the cells won't move much there, and for the rest of it to move. So, but mostly I like it to be in the center, so that's where it is. Okay, so without further ado, I'll start laying these paints down. The first one is the Eraldo Rose, which is an opaque. And I'm going to go about halfway, I think, just as my base. It's a very pretty pink, this one. I don't want too much paint on there. I might have put too much already, because I'm going to be putting the other paints on top. And I don't know how much I'm going to spin this out. If you're going to be spinning out, that's fine, because all the paint will, a lot of the paint will come off. But if you're not going to be spinning at all or much, don't put too much base on there, which I think I probably have, but that's okay. We'll see how we go. So I'm just smoothing that off as much as possible. Looks fine. And then on the other side, I'm putting the Eraldo Pouring Paint Cool Blue. So that's already mixed up, so it hasn't got any Floetrol in it. And all the other paints are mixed with Australian Floetrol. So I'll just turn that round actually, because that's going to be my sky, and this is the ocean. So the pre-mixed pouring paints are really good. They're fairly thin. I think they're almost thin enough that you could use them for a Dutch pour without and even thinning them down further. I'm going to have a go at doing that in the not too distant future, just using those pouring paints as a Dutch pour, just to see how well they do go. because it's a great way for anyone that's starting out if you're worried about consistencies and mixing with different pouring mediums and so on. If you can get a pre-mixed paint, they're not that much more expensive either. It just makes it that much easier for you. So I will do that in the next few days. Try and do a Dutch pour with the pouring paints for you. Okay, so now I'm just going to hit that with the heat embossing tool just to burst any bubbles. I can see a few. And now I'm just going to lay down some paints just in a zigzaggy sort of line there. And this one's the Global Turquoise. I will list all of these paints in the description box below. Love this turquoise colour. That's the Global Turquoise. And the next one is the Global Metallic Blue. And that's okay if it goes up into the sky a little bit, because obviously where the horizon, where the ocean meets the sky, it's always a bit of a blurred line there. And this is the Global Cool Blue, which I'm really loving at the moment too. That'll disappear a bit into the base there. I just wanted a bit of that on the top. Okay, so first off, I'll do the swipe on that before I put the sky colours up. So I'm just going to load some paint onto the playing card here. And instead of swiping vertically, I'm going to swipe horizontally as far as the composition is concerned. So I put about that much on. I put quite a lot because I want that to come through. So I'm turning this around. So obviously I'm swiping vertically, but as far as the tile is concerned, it's horizontal, if that makes sense. I hope it does. Okay, so here we go. I'll start in the middle and then I can do that little bit on the far edge. I can finish off with that. Hoping for some cells. Oh yes, they're coming up nicely. And then just keep pulling towards you, don't sort of swipe it off. Just let the paint run over the edge there. Now I just need to do down this side piece. I'll just put some more of the cell activator on the card. Hopefully I've got enough on there. Just on there. And then I'm just going to swipe down there very gently if I can. Oops, getting a few rivers happening there. Didn't go down very well. I'm going to try that again. I think I need to, instead of trying to go so come down like that. So I need to put about that much on there and just bring it down. Hopefully that should work better. Yep. Much better. Okay. So those cells are coming up nicely there. I'll just hit that with the heat tool. The ocean's looking nice there with the turquoise coming through and that metallic blue, and of course the cool blue as the base, and then the cool blue on there. Now I'm going to do this part here. Instead of doing the same thing and swiping, which would still look nice too, I just want to try like Claire from Rainbow Acrylics has been doing lately. She's done some beautiful oceans with sunsets, and she's done it as a dirty pour. So she's put the colours into a cup and then she's just run it forward and backwards across. And that's what I'm going to attempt to do today. So I want less of the red, so that can come out first. Oh, I'll just put them in there and see how they come out. You can overthink these things really. So this is the Eraldo Metallic Magnolia, which I love. It's like a colour shift. It sort of takes you through from the pink to sort of a purpley colour. Haven't got a lot of that one left, but that will be nice in there. And to make some more of that one up. Then I'm going to be putting in the Global Magenta. Just want to run that over the top there. It's only a small, well, it's not a small tile, it's 20 centimetres by 20 centimetres, but it's a small piece of art, so I don't need too much paint in there. This is the Global Metallic Purple. Probably should have used a smaller cup. There's a fair bit of purple in there. And then I'm putting in the Global Cool Red. It's a bit of red, purple, and pinks in the sky. Now, I'm thinking that's probably going to be enough paint. You can see there. So I'll give it a go. I can always make up some more. So I'm just going to drizzle this across. Here we go. Wish me luck. Looks like I've done far too much purple. Always a bit of trial and error. And eventually, hopefully, we'll get some pink coming out. Oh, here's the pink now. And just take it back up to the top, just to bring some of the pinks through the top. So it was definitely enough paint. And I was going to put some gold through there, and I forgot about my gold, which is my Mont Marte Pouring Paint gold, my favourite. I'm just going to do a few little sprinkles of that through there. Would have been better if it had been in amongst it. Right, so now I just want to do a very gentle spin. Get some of that paint off, because that was quite a lot of paint. I probably needed about half of that. And spin it back the other way. Okay. The runoff's nice anyway. Right, so my gut feeling is saying to me, swipe the sky as well, because this is looking so nice. So I'm going to swipe that sky. And so I'll just use the same, they're white. And I'll use my bigger tool here. So that will come down nice as one piece. So I'll just load that up with the paints. Cell activator, I should say. So about that much. And again, I'm going to swipe it so that it's going to be horizontal as far as the composition is concerned, but I'll be doing vertical here. Might put a bit more on there actually, make sure I've really got that wide enough. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we get. The spatula is actually really nice for swiping. Find it easier than the playing cards because it doesn't lose its shape. And keep pulling towards you until it comes off. Wow, I'm loving that. Love, love, love. That's pretty cool too. Oops, careful. Don't want to drip it. Right, so I love that. Love it. Okay, so now I've gone a bit hard there and I've taken it down to that pink, but that's okay. I'm just going to get a bamboo, oops, just dropped something in that. Bamboo skewer. Getting my words all mixed up today. A bit later in the day for me today. I've been out most of the day and so my brain's a bit slow. So now I'm just going to do some wrecking lines through this. Look at all this paint that's come off. I've used far too much paint. But anyway, it's all a bit of a learning curve. So here we go. I'm just going to do some swirls as if wrecking lines like they're the waves. And we'll even take it up into the pink there. A little bit more there, a little bit off there. Okay, so there's our ocean. And as far as the sky goes, I think I won't wreck that. What do you think, guys? Shall I wreck it or not? Maybe just a slight run through here. Just want to break that up, that gold up a little bit. I suppose you do get the movement of the clouds in the sky, so maybe just a little bit. Just very gently. Not too much. A little bit through the gold here. That's pretty. And a bit up here. It's like anything, you can either, you know, do it or not. And as Julie Cube always says, your art room, your rules. So now I'm just going to give that another gentle spin. Hopefully I'm not going to get too much paint going everywhere because I've got so much coming off there. Oops, move some of these things over as well. Out of my way, out of harm's way. Okay, here we go. Back the other way. Rightio. Well, that's really beautiful. There's so much movement in that ocean. It's lovely. And then just the gentle movement through the sky there. The colours look great. The cells have come up really well. Yep, I'm very happy with that. I'm not going to be scraping that one today. Not at all. Okay, so I'll just hit that with the heat embossing tool just to bring up any more cells. Hopefully I've got enough paint off there that will dry well. It should. The weather's quite cool here at the moment, particularly at night, so I don't think it'll dry too quickly. So I think I'll be fine with that, fingers crossed. So what do you think, guys? Do you love that? Okay, I'll bring you down for a close-up. Okay, so here we're coming down for a close-up. That's the whole tile. And here's our beautiful blue ocean. I'm loving that sideways swipe, the horizontal swipe. Very nice. And the wave action going into the sky there. Then up into that beautiful purple and pink and gold sky, which I could have or could have not done the wrecking lines through. It would have looked nice either way, but I like the way it is. And the gold always gives nice cells. It's the Mont Marte Pouring Paint gold. And a few little wrecking lines there. And the sky up here. So I've achieved what I set out to achieve today, so I'm liking that a lot. Hopefully you like it too, guys. And if you have subscribed to my channel already, thank you so much. And if you haven't, if you would like to, that would be much appreciated. And before I go, I must mention too, I'm about to put this tile up onto some cups so it can dry. And I'm going to make sure that there are no drips underneath the edges. And just to make sure that the paint doesn't continue to be dragged off. So it's always important to make sure that you wipe off your drips. Okay, I'll see you all back here soon. Stay safe until then. Bye-bye.